floor A&E departments have their own external entrances in both the north and south buildings. The A&E departments include the medical, critical and trauma centres. These have pendant service units, much like the bedhead units, but ceiling mounted. These are also present in the intensive care unit wards. There are 8 delivery rooms on the first floor of the north building, all of which are private. The hospital provides 13 separate operating theatres, all of which are located on the first floor. Although they can cater for a number of different situations, they all have the same basic configurations. These include non-conductive floors, washable floors and ceilings, and surgeon columns supplying all the necessary services, such as power and light, medical gases and data systems. After the immediate effects of anesthesia and surgery, patients will be taken to one of the hospital's recovery areas. Here they will be under constant observation from the centrally located nurse station for any early signs of post-operative complications. Over the past couple of decades, there has been enormous amounts of research into factors affecting the well-being and recovery time of patients in hospital environments. It has been unequivocally demonstrated that one of the single most influential factors in aiding recovery time is the inclusion of nature scenes. The illuminated ceiling panels in Wakra Hospital were provided by a specialist lighting company based in Qatar. Once recovered from the immediate post-surgery effects, the patients will be taken to one of the wards. There are a total of 160 wards, and these are all located in the central building on floors 2 to 6. Wakra Hospital provides extensive paediatric facilities. These include children's intensive care, dedicated children's wards, and private children's rooms with parental facilities. There are numerous diagnostic imaging rooms in the hospital, the majority of which are found on the first floor of the south building. The 6 X-ray rooms have lead-lined walls and floors, as well as control rooms with shielded glass observation windows. In addition to traditional X-ray, there are 2 fluoroscopy rooms, 3 ultrasound rooms, as well as CAT scan and MRI units. There are also a total of 10 separate laboratories on the first floor of the central hospital building, handling a variety of subjects including cytology, hematology, immunology and serology, to name but a few. Both the kitchen and laundry are located in the basement. They had to be designed and equipped on an industrial scale in order to cope with the enormous stresses put on them by a hospital of this size. Although the hospital contains a number of MEP and HVAC services, the majority are housed in the dedicated utilities building. The 6 1,000-ton capacity chillers feed into a chilled water circuit that supplies air handling units in all the hospital complex buildings, via the dedicated pump room. There are 14 air-cooled transformers that step down the incoming voltage from 11,000 volts to 415 volts. Each transformer has a dedicated distribution board that supplies all the power requirements for specific areas in the hospital complex. There is always the possibility of disruption to an incoming power supply, and given the importance of an uninterrupted power supply in a hospital, there are no less than 5 Caterpillar 1,600 kilowatt capacity emergency diesel generators. Medical gases are provided by a number of compressed gas bottle storage areas in the utilities building. These all have their own specialized control and distribution systems, including vacuum pumps and air compressors that were supplied and installed by a leading German manufacturer. The water tank equipment room houses the pressure vessels. These supply the water pumps, irrigation pumps, and fire services. Adjacent to the hospital is a multi-story car park, providing parking for 700 cars over 5 floors. There is elevator access to all the floors and a covered walkway to the hospital. As well as the multi-story car park, there is external parking for an additional 1,000 cars. The hospital grounds form an intrinsic part of the complex, adding a calming presence not only to the benefit of the patients, but also their relatives and loved ones, and of course the hospital staff. There are plenty of pleasant walkways, shaded benches offering respite, cooling fountains, countless dozens of varieties of plants, trees and shrubs, and expanses of lush green lawns. No matter one's age, situation or station in life, healthcare is a continuing concern, be it a routine checkup, rehabilitation, giving birth, or indeed a life-threatening illness. Wakra Hospital is fully equipped to cater for all these needs, doing so in a completely modern yet ultimately calming and caring environment. J&P are privileged to have been key in bringing to life this most essential addition to the ongoing development of Qatar. J&P, building the future for future generations.